Hey,
Ah,
reviews.
back in here, yo.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. And we just came back from watching
Searching. Oh, no, it's not. Searching?
Searching. Dot dot dot. No, is it Searching? So, I guess what's the best way to describe it? Because I really want to get into this. I thoroughly enjoyed this film. Um, I liked the premise. The initial trailer piqued my interest. Definitely want to watch it, or wanted to watch it as soon as I saw it. I thought, it looks like this one might have a good twist that I'll want to see. Could be interesting. Ian saw it and thought,
I thought basically it's a ripoff of the horror movie Unfriend.
huh. So, with that premise in mind, let's continue. Let's continue our review of this film. So we had John Chow, lead actor in this. He plays David Kim. Then you had Deborah Messing from Will and Grace. Plays Detective Vic.
Yes.
And then there's some other family members I won't really mention because it goes into it. I don't want to spoil too much in this part of the review. But so Margot is the name, Margot Kim, as we all saw from the trailer. She's the one that goes missing, and basically you have a father bent on trying to find his child.
Yes.
They do a very good job, in my personal opinion, of kind of building up and using technology to move along the film.
Yeah.
I thought pacing was pretty good on this. I don't know if you thought so or not.
I mean, for a while, yeah, I guess the story moved along. I mean, about how they used it and how they use the internet and how he goes about searching online and things like that. So, did a good job with that.
I kind of felt like the moments that they paused in the film were like real moments where like you or I would be in front of the computer and be like, like reflecting,
Yeah.
and then like after someone had like actual time to reflect on something that they just looked at, be like, oh, what's this? And then it kind of went on there. So I like the I'm very tech savvy, so I like the over exaggerated keyboard clicks and the mouse clicks and the throwbacks to showing like Windows XP and setting it up. I thought that was really a good way to show how involved technology was in this family's life and how much they were using it for almost like everything.
Yeah, just
like,
with social media and everything else.
And tracking day-to-day events, calendars, doctor's appointments, first day of school, piano lessons, the whole nine. Everything was just done on the computer. And then at some point in time, they went to Macs.
Yeah.
I'll get into that part later on in the spoilers. I don't want to ruin everything, but I just thought it was an interesting transition to kind of see like how the family kind of progressed, so to speak. And then actors, how do you think the cast did overall in these parts? You think they overacted, underacted? You think they're
I mean,
well?
they did a good job in terms of an actual concern for a father and the desperation that you actually would have if your child goes missing, and all the links and stuff, and just the irritation, how his basically mind is like going crazy because he's trying to think, well, what am I missing? What do I haven't looked at? What am I, could it be this person? And what all do I need to find? And the desperation, and they're doing a good job of showing how desperate he was.
Yeah.
And so that kind of was good in terms of the actors. The daughter kind of, had screen time and things like that, and showed other things that were going through. The cop, I don't know, she was weird. So we gotta go into spoilers on the cop. So.
Oh, the way you mean her acting overall?
Oh, acting overall in terms of I can't really get into what was good and bad about it. I mean, it was right for what she was doing, but I can't get into nuances because someone's had spoilers.
Okay. And then that's kind of with all of them right there. I would say overall the acting in each role kind of fit. Even for John Chow's character, like him as a dad, there were some moments where like, okay, is that realistic? Yeah, probably that is pretty realistic.
Yeah.
And then like from her side, Detective Vic, like is that really how a detective would communicate with you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think that's the part you're struggling with too. Like me too. Like, I guess that's how it's written. I think it could have been written a little bit differently, where her interaction is kind of not as like she kind of seemed to throw, I don't know, throw out like protocol, like the way that her character is portrayed.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what they intended to have in the film. So that's the part that kind of threw me off just a little bit. His family members are very like spot on. I think they play a good role of where they want to say more, but they don't about his behavior with her and his behavior with their family in general. So I thought that was pretty good. Would you say there's, aside from you thinking that it's has very similarities to Unfriended, right? Aside from that, how did you like the way they did the camera angles, right? So technically we don't have any, I would call, standard filming mechanics in this one, right? There's no actual like someone holding up the camera and that's the way the photos are viewed, right? It's all through some type of either through his phone,
webcam, cell phone, things like that.
Security cameras.
Yeah, things like that.
Right?
They kind of kept it true to what we would be viewing if it's
It's almost media. Like it's almost I call it the Blair Witch, but like or like the found footage type of films.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. I thought it was me personally. I thought it was an interesting twist. I thought it was done pretty well. How about yourself? What do you think? Think they did a good job? Think they could have done better?
I guess they did a good job in terms of with the video and things like that. Like I said earlier, Unfriended already did it before, and they get the same similar type of things in terms of webcams and using the social media pages and having screens on that, and just basically the entire movie is you're basically staring at a computer, and that's kind of the same aspect. In this movie, they just did a little more.
I got you.
So they added more in terms of like searching and Googling and things like that.
I thought it was interesting. Quick tie into that. It was even his searches to me were realistic. That he was searching certain things that he didn't know and was spelling it incorrectly. Yes. And then I thought it was funny that he didn't click on the suggested search for what it should have been, even though he spelled it wrong. He just started clicking on search results.
Yeah.
And he had his browser function set to where he clicked on links, they'd automatically open in other tabs. So it tells you a lot of the type of browsing. He was one of those type of people who would like to consume a lot of information on the net, right? He would just click on links and it would start opening up other tabs, and then that would be his browsing for the day, right? Like, I'm set, I'm gonna browse these things.
Yeah.
Right? So it kind of lets you know his personality was already trying to like over-consume things.
Yeah, just have tons of information.
And just get like kind of lost in that. So I thought that was a very like telling part of his characteristics. And even like the daughter, though she doesn't have too much screen time interacting before she goes missing, all those interactive moments are kind of like very telling of their relationship already too. So good job in a short amount of time. I like the camera angles that they chose on this. I know some of the found footage films can really be bad.
Yeah.
But this was good. Like, there wasn't any like ridiculous like shaky camera every 5 seconds. Nothing like that would make anyone motion sick. So
they kept everything steady in terms of like the webcam videos, them talking or FaceTiming or whatever it is. They kept pretty much like desktop video basically try to do.
Yeah. So I thought done very well. Overall rating, we'll jump right into that because I definitely want to get into spoilers here. Overall rating, what would you call it? What would you give this one?
I'd say about 3.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's about average for me.
So a solid 3.
Yeah.
One to watch in a theater from your perspective, yes, or wait till home video?
I would say wait till home video.
Okay.
I don't think you need to see it. I mean, you're not gaining much.
Okay.
I feel
having
like
a theater ambiance.
Having a theater is you're basically looking at a computer screen, so it's not like a whole bunch of stuff that's going on.
Special effects that must be seen on giant, enormous screens. Okay, all right. So solid 3 for you.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 3.5 to a 4-star. The reason why I say it's like for me it's an easy 3. Very enjoyable for me, especially for me personally. Anyone out there that likes seeing technology actually being used for good, the way it's supposed to be used. That's for me personally. I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and the way it was portrayed is done really well. I dare say move it up to a 4 just off that alone, because it's very rare to see them realistically use technology nowadays. So I'm excited to see it happen. From a standpoint, if it's a film, as we just said, that you have to see in a theater, I don't know if you have to see this in the theater.
Yeah.
Despite me saying I thought it was really good and I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know if I had to see this one in the theater. It was enjoyable to watch in the theater. If you went with a bunch of friends or something and to go watch it, like, this would be one of those cool movies you can kind of and kind of talk about what you think is progressing in the storyline. But you could do that at home as well.
Yes.
So I don't know if you have to see this in theater. I do think this is a film that maybe people would get a lot out of, as far as maybe the message of the film.
What do you put online?
Yeah, what do you put online? Who are you really? Who do you hang out with? Who are you really associated with?
Yes.
So 3, all the way up to maybe a 4, if you're really into technology and actually seeing people portray how people, kind of operate on a day-to-day basis. So, without further ado, it's spoiler time.
Spoilers in your face. Spoilers in your face.
Spoilers like a dragon, like a
in your face.
Shinron, dragon. Spoilers. Let's do it. Who would have ever thought that the dead mother from Cancer is the one that?
Oh my
I'm just kidding.
goodness.
I'm just kidding. So, man, so we were talking about this earlier. If you're still with us, so the mom dies from lymphoma.
Yes.
Form of cancer, and they throw a lot of clues in this, and it's all to make you kind of guess who could potentially have been the one that did it. Like, did she run away? Was it drug related? Was it drug trafficking? Was it sex trafficking? Was it the dad?
Was she gonna go meet a guy? Or
was the guy? Was it some random stranger that did it?
Yeah.
Was it somebody she knew? Did she really run away?
Yeah.
Was it someone that she talked to online? They have you guessing for quite some time. And personally, it's like I told Ian, I had my reservations about this detective, okay? I didn't like how she got assigned to the case so fast, number 1. I'm going to point out some facts for everybody real quick. She got assigned to the case extremely quick, number 1. Missing persons cases don't get assigned to detectives that quickly. Neither do the detectives say, I'm 35 minutes out from your house, I'll be there literally the next day after the case. No,
you think about it, she's been missing for at least 2 days. When did he call?
1 day.
Well, no, remember, because he's missing. He called her the next day.
He waited
because they were on camp that Saturday, so he called the Saturday. She called him back on Sunday. So
no, it was 1 day.
No, because remember, she was gone Friday. They said they were gonna come back Saturday.
He didn't hear from her. The last call he got from her was it early Friday morning.
Friday.
So he didn't hear from her all Friday, and then Saturday came.
Yeah, but we called. They're supposed to come back Saturday, so she was gone Friday.
I don't care.
So
when
it's
a
been
person
3 days.
is reported missing, they don't get a detective that quickly. So I
the
know
detective called him the next day, right? Not the night right away. Like, he called, and they got called the next day from the detective.
got called the same day.
Oh, maybe.
Because he goes, I just got done telling so and so all this information already. So I was like, that was extremely fast. Well, so that was number 1 for me. Now, granted, it's a film, so they can make the time however long they want, right? They could have made it 5 minutes and someone picked up the case, right? However, to me, it was a little odd. And then you kind of go down the road of unveiling things. She shows up and she's like so willing, like, oh yeah, search, share that with me. Give me that information. I was like, oh, so she wants all the information to go to her. So she's the only one investigating, it seems like, right now.
Well, she's the lead detective. Okay. I figure she's lead detective.
Lead detective.
So all the information goes to lead detective.
Just throwing it out there, some things that I thought was strange. Now, in truth be told, I wasn't like, oh, it's got to be the detective from the jump. I was thinking that somehow she was part of some huge scheme, and we're gonna find out there was some crazy, I don't know, cover up that the daughter was involved with something.
Yeah, because the daughter all of a sudden had like She wasn't going to her piano
But
lessons.
a lot of stuff wasn't matching up, like the where the money came from, and then her saying she sent the money to herself.
Well, her money came from him paying for piano.
No, I know that, but they're talking about when the money like disappeared out of her account, and supposedly she paid herself. No, if you already have money in your account, you wouldn't need to money launder it.
Well, she said the cop was saying that the fact that she was basically making a fake self that's harder to find. So
Yeah.
she's sending the money to her fake self so they can't track her account.
But if you listen to some of the stuff she was saying, though, she was talking about, oh, we see this a lot of times with money laundering, which is sometimes associated with drug trafficking. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. She sure did jump to that like really quick on the conclusion stuff. So, I mean, she was really pressed on trying to throw him off the fact that someone took her or
She ran away.
There
Well,
was
a lot of her was like she was running. First thing was she ran away because
she was set on selling him on her being a runaway.
Yeah.
Dead set. And,
well, I mean, your daughter takes over 2 G's and is leaving. She's like, she probably ran away because she took 2 G's.
And then the whole fake ID, I was like, man.
She has a fake ID.
That's pretty.
She hasn't been going to piano lessons and she's been pocketing the money. So
I was like, and then no one really says that they're her friend.
Yeah, she doesn't have any real friends.
Like they're just asking her to go to study group because she's smart and they're trying to get into Berkeley. I was like, damn, damn.
He's
like these people are cold-blooded.
Like
they don't. It's interesting because it kind of shows you the way the world's. And I mean, people can totally disagree with me if you want. I'm just saying this is what I see. People legit don't care until they can get some type of fame from a situation.
Yeah, because like no one like talked to her, and then she went missing, and it was like she's my best friend.
And there was a news story, and they were like, "Oh, I knew her."
Yeah.
The dad was calling. They're like, "Yeah, I didn't talk to her, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I barely knew her. I invited her just to be nice, and then like also they're like, "It's my best friend. I can't believe she's gone. I miss her so much."
And man, I 100% believe he was justified for hitting homeboy at the movies. This fool posted, she got her pimp's money because she knows she owed me for giving her the D. I was like,
damn, yo. Damn. Hey, he said that. Then he caught a 2-piece.
Real quick, man. he was like, hey, don't you walk away from me. You tell me where my daughter is. And he tried to hit him. He was like, he caught the dad. And dad was like, broke his jaw.
Yeah, the cop was like, you broke his jaw.
And he was like, okay, well, maybe that wasn't the best judgment, okay? Next time I will go to you. But I'm like, and then people were posting I like how the fact that they showed that clip, like you see that he confronted him because someone posted it on YouTube.
Yeah, and then like all the comments on YouTube.
Yeah, and they don't show it from a camera angle, right? Like I said, it's all found footage style or YouTube style. Kind of similar. It also reminds me of you remember the movie Chronicle?
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan shouts out.
When he filmed himself, yeah.
Yeah, so that was all like found footage or like people on the street were filming with their phones. So pretty cool, I thought. The way it's shown and then the way the drama keeps unfolding.
Yeah.
And like he was just relentless in his pursuit. Like he was thinking the same thing as a normal viewer would, like this stuff isn't adding up. Something's not adding up.
And then it came to the brother. And I was like, oh.
But even before that, the guy that just randomly you said you thought he was reading something too, right?
That happened after the brother, because remember he confronted the brother, and then the guy confessed.
Oh, that's right.
So the brother, so he basically found stuff on the phone that she's communicating with the brother. And
which I'll be honest with you, I was like, why isn't he going through all the text messages?
I know that's like the first thing.
First thing he should have done.
Every text message she sent out, and then finally,
who's the last people she was talking to? This, that, and the other.
Yeah, so she goes to his brother, and he's like, oh wait, you was doing something last night? You coming over tonight? Oh hell nah.
My brother would kill us. He'd murder me if he knew. I was like,
oh, she's smashing her uncle?
And another part that was interesting too is remember when they're talking and he's trying to give him the recipe for the gumbo?
Yeah.
And he was like,
oh. I guess someone come, yeah.
Oh, tonight? Okay. All right then. And I was just like, is he doing something? Like right in the beginning I was like, he better not be doing nothing with this girl. Because that's family. So, but apparently he was just getting her high.
Yeah. They were just hanging out and smoking weed. So
yeah.
I was like, all right, but then the one guy
popular thing to do in California apparently.
And then the one guy confesses.
Which was odd because it does totally look like he's reading something.
Yeah, like he's confessing that he basically found her in a car and like crushed her and killed her and then threw away the body in her bags. But like he's like, yeah, I did it, and I basically did this, and you're just like,
yeah, it looks very suspicious.
And then he died.
Killed himself.
He killed himself.
So very, very, very suspicious. I'll be honest with you, when they showed his face, I'm like, this cat looks familiar. I'm like, did we see him somewhere earlier in the movie? I was like, I feel like he was in one of these other photos. And sure enough, as the dad is loading up all these other videos of his daughter to the memorial, which is so weird.
Yeah.
An online memorial streaming service. I'm sure that's probably a real thing.
But I mean, I guess it's for everyone to show videos, but I'm like, she didn't really have friends, but so you're just showing it to the world to look at. But I guess it's like designed for people that someone passes, everyone shows their things of them so everyone can see.
And so the thank you for uploading page is a picture of fish and chips.
Yes.
For everyone who's still with us that may not have seen the movie, but you stuck around to listen to this part. Fish and Chips is the person from UCast that was talking to her.
Yeah, the whole time.
It's the exact same image. So the dad's like, oh my god, what? And he like starts looking it up, and then sure enough, you find out it's a stock photo. It's like one of the most stock photos.
Yeah, it's basically this lady that
like
takes
model
a bunch of different everything.
Like any pose you can think of, just about.
Yeah, she's in all the different workout gears and all the different jobs, and just takes pictures so they could use stock photos or whatever.
And then so from there, he starts getting super suspicious, like. Let me call this number. So he looks it up and he's like, oh, and he starts putting two and two together that the detective never talked to
the fish and chips supposedly had a job
and an alibi.
Yeah.
And all this other good stuff, and then blown out of the water. Nope, I've never talked to anybody. No detective ever came by. No one ever came to see me. Yada yada yada. And then he's like, oh, wait a minute, don't I know this guy? And then he sure enough looks through her old photos, drags it, and looks at the video of him. You know, his confession video, and matches up, same person.
Basically did some project with the detective.
So, I thought it was crazy how that all unfolded, and then they come to find out, and the dad's like, she'd be able to survive for 2 days, not 5.
Well, they said like basically
it rained.
They came across like the detective basically hit it or wherever hit her basically body and things like that, and they're basically confessing that well, it doesn't matter now, even if she survived the fall, because I couldn't see her, that she wouldn't, she would survive 5 days without water.
Quiet down there.
It's quiet down there, and she wouldn't survive 5 days without water. And Dad was like, well, it rained the other day. It's only 2 days.
Yeah, because it rained on Monday.
Yeah, so she'll at least have some water in there.
So they go back and look for her. Lo and behold, they find her, and all is well.
Yeah, but you all found out the detective was covering up for her son.
Basically.
Her son basically went online and basically catfished her. Basically stalked her since she was a kid, catfished her, made her basically become friends, and then they finally
followed her randomly.
Yeah, and then basically met up. She freaked out. She ran. He pushed her, and then
she was sitting in her car getting high, and dude just jumps in her car.
Yeah,
and freaked out. Hello.
But I guess the kid isn't. The kid is autistic probably. That's what they kind of lean to. He might be autistic.
That he's different.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So not 100% sure exactly what that means. But we can kind of gather that maybe he wouldn't have done so well if he went to prison. So the mom decides to take the rap for it.
The mom basically said, confessed. All it was me. I even killed the one dude that confessed. If you send me to jail, don't send my son to jail.
Yeah, like leave him out of it. No charges should be brought against him. So that's what she did. So you get a huge compare and contrast of what parents are willing to do for their kids.
Yeah.
To the extreme.
Yeah, one's going out of their way to find one, and one's going out of their way to protect them from basically going to jail.
From themselves, basically.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So that's why, for me, I gave it the 4 stars, because the compare and contrast in between there, when you look at as a whole and the body of work and how it's presented, done really well. Really, really well. Anything else you want to talk about on that?
No, that we pretty much covered thoroughly through this bad boy.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Definitely not. Please don't try to make a sequel off of this.
2. She has a daughter.
Right? Still searching. It shouldn't be anything like that. So more films from the director. I don't know if they need to be in this style, but I'm curious to see where this director comes from. I guess he hadn't put out any other movies. He won some kind of awards at like film festival type of stuff. And there's that little short that he gave a chance to other people to do before, because apparently this film started off as a short film, and then someone saw the potential of it being a full-fledged film.
Give me a feature.
And Sony was like, here's some money, yo, make the movie longer.
Yep.
So hopefully it turns out good for them and what have you. So once again, like, comment, subscribe.
Share it to everybody.
We have definitely been appreciating all the love. Once again, everyone, we can't thank you enough. We appreciate you. That's how you guys are helping the channel grow and do better so we can hit those YouTube stats. Woohoo!
Thanks for all the new subscribers out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell your friends.
Yes. So like, comment,
even that
subscribe.
one that you don't talk to that much, tell them to.
That's right. Be like, hey, you like movies, right? Link.
There it is.
So, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments down below if there's anything you want us to watch, check out, any suggestions, feedback as well, where we always take feedback.
Yeah.
So until then, what do we have left this week? There's a couple other films that dropped this week. Not sure if we're gonna watch those, just because I'll be honest with you, we don't even like the film based off the trailer alone. So probably not gonna catch those ones. However, I'm looking forward to doing a few for next week for sure.
Yes.
And you'll know what those are next week.
When they pop up in your face.
Bow. Until then, we're out. Peace.